Good morning, everybody. Welcome to House Flipper, episode 20. We're going to build the front garden for the Jantarts today. Maybe if I have time, I will also come back and fix up some more of my house. But firstly, let's get the Jantarts commission finished so that we can, well, it's not a commission, a house finished so we can sell it to them. Right, back to the camping bungalow. And it's ready. Okay, as you can see by the hint at, or you could see by the hint at the bottom, the Jantarts like pictures. I think the first thing we're going to do is probably mow. Maybe after we get rid of some of these weeds. Technically, you don't need to remove the weeds by hand. I think the mower will deal with them for you, but right click, select your mower. We can find that out. There's some weeds over here. Okay. I'm just going to rotate that round so that it's holding the shift key down. And we'll see if I can remember how to drive this thing. Left mouse button. And away we go. Oops. Oh yeah, okay. So I'm as good at driving this as I have been for quite some time. We'll drift the mower down and get a nice close cut. And turn it. Alright, answer to our question. Does the mower get rid of weeds? No, I don't. Oh, maybe it does. Yes, it looks like it has. Damn it. I did have mowing down at one point, but obviously I haven't done it in far too long. There we go. Oops. Missed it completely. Alrighty. I'm going to go back to the whippersnip for a minute. No, I won't. I really like this mower when I actually remember how to drive the damn thing. As you can see, your weeding has become a lot easier with the advent of the mower. Of course, if you're gardening, you'll know that that won't solve your weeding problems and just get rid of them temporarily, and it actually may make them worse. Man, I need more practice with this mower, don't I? There we go. No! Right. I keep trying to control it with the mouse, which doesn't work at all. I'm just using it like a big whippersnipper at the moment. There we go. I seem to get more grass that way. Oh wow, molehills. Well, that's going to put a dent in things. It's still faster, I think, than the whippersnipper. Okay, speaking of whippersnipper, that thing was made for this kind of situation where you need to see where lumps are in the grass, and also when you need to mow around trees and can't get the mower close enough. So let's just deal with our tree area with the whippersnipper because it'll be quicker. Excellent, and new speed point. I would ask if the skill point will improve my driving skills, but I have a funny feeling that nothing's going to do that. Alright. The other thing that the zipper is good for, as you know, is doing around the edges where the mower can't get to. go. Provided you actually aim at the ground. Once we'll just click out this little bit. That mole has made a mess of this yard. We'll go after him in a minute. I might as well get the backyard done with the mowing, because that way it is done and I don't need to do it again. Right. That's done. There we go. This will make it easier when I mow, in that I won't have to worry about trying to get the mower up along the edges. It'll just be able to be done pretty quickly. Alright. We're going to get rid of the molehills in a minute. Firstly though, we're just going to work out where they are. At least we don't have an attack mole on our hands, one that gets offended at the sound of a whippersnapper. If I was him, I would be burrowing as fast as my little paws could take me away from the noise. Or her. Could be a girl mole. Why did I try and paint the grass? There we go. So these are all spaces that the mower won't go too well in. So we'll just get rid of it so that when we do bring the mower through, it'll just be a little bit easier to get everything done. This would really lend itself to an English garden because you could put flower beds all around the trees. But we will do an American garden for the Jantarts. For ease of maintenance, because flower beds all around the trees are a heck of a lot of weeding. Alright, let's go deal with this mole. E for the shovel. Actually, I think in the garden tab, the last thing I have is make molehills visible on the maps. We might do that because that way I can see if I miss any. I don't... Poor little mole. But if I wave a hammer at him, maybe he'll think twice about coming back to repair his damaged home. Oh, right. There we go. All done with that. Let's get back to the mowing. We might just put the mower down over here. And we will shift it and scroll it around. Pick it up, move it over. Alrighty. Just turn it a little bit. Looks like I missed a bit near the fence. That's okay. Yeah, uncle this morning. Yeah. Let's see if we can shift it up along there. Yep, that's not going to happen. There we go. Alright. We seem to have got this driving thing down pat now. That's a little bit better, at least. Maybe not pat. If you're curious, the steering for the mower is done with your WASD keys. It's actually not bad at all, it's quite responsive. You just have to keep practicing till you're better at it. There we go. Looks like I missed a tree when I was with the snipping. That's okay. Come back for that one. I've also missed a bit of fence line, so. Oh, good. Man, this mowing thing takes a bit. I haven't seen if any of the clients really like the mowed lawn. None of them really comment about it. Either that or I've missed it. It would be pretty easy to miss it, given that I have been trying to get the mower to go where I need it to. Oh, whoops! Damn it! Down. I slipped. Hit the wrong mouse button. There we go. Good. That's that. Yes, I'm trying to get all the little bits that I missed. But we're nearly done. What I'll do is I'll tidy up those edges when I get to them in the garden section. So for the most part, I just want to get the majority of the mowing done. There we go. Alright, that's that. Now, where am I? Okay. Alright, so for the front, what we're going to do is an American garden, which means we're going to put down conifers and concrete paths. It's very similar to the modern garden, except with less grass and a bit less gravel, I think. I've forgotten how I did the last one, so let's give it a shot. Alright, pavers. We're also going to want to think about the different spaces inside the yard. So for instance, if we're going to put a pool down for the kids, we're probably going to have to clear a couple of trees out, maybe in this corner, maybe put a playground over there. And it needs a barbecue area, so the barbecue area probably over in that corner there. Alright, so it's very similar to the American garden, sorry, to the modern garden, but with less geometric shapes and maybe a bit less gravel. Let's go with, stop waffling and get with the gardening. Surfaces, paving slabs. I like this, but I've used it before, so maybe we will try. Actually, I like the herringbone this time around, so we'll give that a shot. It's very formal. Color schemes. That's really bold. What color's my house? Blue. That can be changed. That's okay. Let's keep the house in mind when we're choosing the slab. That would make it really dark. I'm not really fond of dark colors. Oh god, no. However, that'll do. Let's go with that one. Alright, we're going to want to put some fairly large trees at the front. So let's make this approximately, maybe we'll line up there. And I got it wrong. Bring it back. No, that's not going to do it. Alright, I'll live with that. That'll be fine. By many, away we go. Remember, you can get the herringbone just to run into each other. You just have to bring the slab back. It uses slightly more slabs when you're making a build, but it looks a lot better, I think. So we'll just run this path out to the fence line. And then what we'll do is we'll run an identical path this way, but we might not run this one to the fence line. We might actually leave a space for the garden to curl around in this corner. If I put up large screening trees at the front, what we can do is pop the pool in down this side, and that might make it easier as well. So, I missed a few bits. Actually, that's exactly, we'll put the pool in that side spot there. So with that in mind, I'm actually going to finish with the pavers here. Snip this bit of stuff out here. Just take it along the edge. Alright. And we're going to use two lots of screening. We're going to screen here, and then we're going to screen a bit here. So I might do a path leading into that area, but I can't do that until I know where the pool's going. So we will grab the pool. It's under water tanks. We can use an above ground pool, or we can pop something in. There's a herringbone straight. Might just grab that one. Match the colour up. Go by now. Lord. Shift and pivot. It's as long as the house is. Let's put the large area at the back. Just back it up. There we go. Alrighty, now we have to interact with it, so just shift your mouse until you get that place tool icon. And we might stick their barbecue area at this end. Place the pool, cover it with soil, and alright, I know that's technically not part of the front garden, but I need it so that I know where I'm going to go with the front garden. Let's go back to surfaces, paving slabs, grab our herringbone straight, use our colour scheme. I want that to come in dead centre. Well, that's annoying. So what we're going to do next is grab paving slabs, and we're going to take a slightly smaller one with an edge, if we can find it. It's in here somewhere. There we go. So we want that edge and that colouring. Buy many. Actually, no, I did want it there. It's not going to let me be perfect, which is going to drive me crazy. So what we'll do is we'll deliberately let both edges be seen. And we'll make sure that the end matches as best as we can. Oh, really? No. Okay. I need it to be over just a little bit more. And then we'll let that border be seen instead. Actually, no, we won't. Pop that. I'm just going to move this to here. Right, not as neat as I want it to be, but that will do. So, screening conifers, which means we want fairly large ones. Let's go conifers. Go, where's my biggest, fattest conifer? That's a narrow cone cut, narrow cone, narrow, conical. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to use a couple of these tall, narrow cone things to, let's just have a look at how big that one is. Actually, I really do like the first one best. So we're going to buy one of those and just, whoa, oh good. I'm just thinking of the power lines. Alright, so let's make a statement at the gate. The statement is, I have huge pine trees and I'm not afraid to use them. And I'm going to put another one on the other side. We're going to try and line them up, which we do with our mini-map. If you have a look, mini-map will give you a vague idea of whether or not they're in line. And we might just bring this one over a little bit more because we can't adjust them once they're in. There. And it's a bit further forward, isn't it? So we might move him back. Alright. Okay, that's a lot taller than I thought it would be. I'm going to pretend it's not going to get any bigger because otherwise I wouldn't be putting it under the power line. Alright, coniferous shrubs, spherical. I have broadly conical. I have brachiate spreading. That might actually be my next biggest. Let's have a look at this one. I'll buy a few of those. That's not as big as I want it to be. What I want is a big fat shrub. Thing. Let's have a look at that one. That'll do. And I really want a variation in shape. So this massive big thing over here. Alright. So we're using these as a screen so that people can have their pool parties in peace. And I'm not actually lining them up in the map, so I won't fiddle too much with that. Let me just bring that round. Okay. Let's back up and see how effective that is. Alright, actually, you know what? Should be able to fit another two in. Normally I'd say let's put some variation along that front fence, but what I'm doing is I'm actually going for privacy over all else. So So we'll pop these in a short minute. So from the front, we're just going to see a wall of green. There we go. And then what we'll do is we'll put some variation in along the back. I'll just get rid of that. Alright, now we'll move a bit quicker. Alright, now to match. Alright, so we're going to want a few along the fence. So we'll grab, let's continue with the spherical theme. Oh, what happened there? Maybe I don't want the dead pine tree. Let's go with that one. And we've really done a lot of conical, so maybe no conical ones in this area. I might just go with your brachiate spreading. And we'll stick with that one. It's too tiny. So we'll match those on either side. If I center those, I don't need to put anything else in there, but I can change over onto the side. I'm going to run the path down that way, and we're going to put maybe a hammock or something in that area. So we might just run a very short, leave a space in between. We'll put something different in there. Oops. Yeah. And what we're doing is just segmenting our garden into rooms. And that goes there. This area is going to be a bit more informal, so we will pop the shrubs in a less patterned manner. Over here. I'm not sure what I'll do with that section yet. I want to put something in there, but I don't know what. I really look like I've chosen the wrong colour. I think actually that's just the shadow. I won't change that. Alright, so this is our setup so far. We need something simple along here. Actually, what we need is to make our bathing area a bit wider so we can put in some tables, chairs and pool bits. So we'll grab our surfaces, go back to our paving slabs and proceed to get rid of all that grass we just mowed. There we are, by many. Yeah, so it does change colour with the light, so let's not freak out too much about that. I can't get it to blend with the pool, but that's fine. We can get it to blend over here. So what we'll do is we'll give them an area here. I never know exactly how I'm going to lay a garden out before I start. So a lot of this is done pretty much straight off the top of my head, which means it could probably be done better at some point. What we're doing is matching the end times. Except I messed that one up because we're also trying to blend that one in here. No selling, that would be bad. Okay, grab that again. The good thing about the American garden is it takes a lot less time to do than the English garden. That's oh good, okay. Right, we'll give the tree some space. which means that one. Grab that there. That. I'll probably put another shrub or something in beside it. And then what we'll do, yep, we'll use this end as that end there as a marker for when we put the next lot of slabs down. And we'll paving slab, where is it? That one. And by many. And just start it. Okay, that's going to make our life interesting. Alright, let's see if we can get away with this. I may have to move it. No, I don't. Alright, let's pop these down first. Thinking we might need to put this one here, maybe. We'll use the end. Oh, that's annoying. Fine, I'll get rid of that. I can't do what I want. I'm sulky. There we go. Alright, so we've pretty much got to there. I don't think a paving slab is going to fit in there, but we'll try it anyway. Because if I can close that up nice and neatly, I'll be happier. Can so too fit. Alright, let's see if we can match it in. It's not going to match in perfectly, but no hoses. Alright. So we've got most of the front semi laid out. All of this is going to need gravelling, which I'll do next session, and the plants are all going to need planting, but it's been half an hour, so I think what I might do is call it a day there and let you go. Thanks very much for sticking with me today, and I'll catch you all tomorrow.